So why is it that doctors can transplant hearts, they can map the human genome, but they can't reliably cure hiccups? Now, there are a bunch of folk remedies out there, right? Holding your breath, getting scared, drinking water backwards. How does it even work? Anyway, it's unclear if any of these reliably beat just, waiting it out. And that's because nobody's fully cracked why the hiccup exists in the first place. One leading theory says that hiccups are basically a 400 million year old leftover from some ancient chapter of our evolution. Because that reflex, it turns out, is the same move that your ancestors used to breathe through gills. Now, when you hiccup, your diaphragm spasms down, sucking in air, but then that intake of breath, that's suddenly stopped by the closing of the vocal cords. And that's where the hic sound comes from. Now, the first animals to crawl out of the water and onto land, well, they were using both gills and these primitive lungs to breathe and get oxygen. Now, tadpoles, juvenile frogs, today, they still do this. They breathe with gills when they're young in the water, and then as they grow into adult frogs, their lungs take over. Now, when they're young, they contract a muscle similar to our diaphragm to pump water over their gills. But then that hic reflex slams their throat shut first so that they don't get water in their lungs. Biologists think that your diaphragm still remembers how to do that old move, even though you don't have gills. And there's good evidence in support of hiccups being this ancient thing because we aren't the only animal that gets them. So basically, you have a nervous system originally built for a fish, and sometimes that ancient programming goes a bit haywire. Anyway, if you found this video looking for a cure for hiccups, they're probably gone by now anyway. Follow me for more cool science videos.